Coming up, we're going to be talking about when Ahsoka might arrive on Disney+. We're also going to be talking about a new Italian show and much more. Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's On at disneyplus.com. It's Tuesday, it's time for a quick Disney Plus news roundup. First off, let's start talking about Ahsoka, which is going to be coming to Disney Plus later this year, and now we've got a better idea of when it might arrive. Recent Rosario Dawson, who plays Ahsoka, appeared on the Today with Hoda and Jenna show, where she confirmed that the series will be coming out this fall after the release of her other film by Disney, The Haunted Mansion, which is coming out now at the end of July. Originally it was coming out at the beginning of August, it's just been shifted forward. So that gives us an idea of when it's going to fall. So that is going to probably likely be either September, October or November. Now, I think this is kind of interesting whether or not we're going to be able to get Skeleton Crew in by the end of the year, because that's what they kind of is expecting. Unless it does like the Book of Boba Fett, where it drops on like the last day of 2023. So technically it's out this year. But hopefully we find out more information on this at Star Wars Celebration, which is taking place over the Easter weekend. We've only really seen a small little clip of Ahsoka so far from the new show, and there's also a lot of talk that the second season is going to be happening as well, and that'll be filming probably much later this year, because it depends on what happens with the writer's strike this summer. That might put a load of delays on stuff, which is probably why Disney's not only spreading out its releases to help with budget constraints, but it's also going to just help tide them over if all the shows kind of have issues with the writer's strike. So that's kind of a way of looking at it. Does mean obviously we're going to have to wait a little bit more for Ahsoka, but obviously in the meantime we are going to be getting The Mandalorian Season 3 starting on the 1st of March, running through into April. And then we're going to be getting some more Star Wars content on May the 4th, which includes Vision Season 2 and the Young Jedi Adventure. So there's lots of stuff coming, but I think obviously with tying in with some of the other shows like Marvel's Secret Invasion and Marvel's Loki, that might be how it works out. I'm looking at it, if she's saying fall, I'm wondering now if we're going to get Mandalorian, Secret Invasion, Loki, then Ahsoka, and then maybe something else. But we're just going to have to wait and see. Hopefully, as I said, we find that soon. I can't imagine they're going to tell us too much about it yet, because they're primarily focused on promoting The Mandalorian. Maybe even she pops up in that. Who knows? But let me know what you think of all of this in the comments below. Disney's also at the Berlin Film Festival this week, where it's promoting a brand new series called The Good Mothers, which is being created in Italy, and it has been announced today that it's going to be coming to Disney Plus here in the UK and Ireland on the 5th of April. The entire series will be available at launch. The interesting thing as well, I suspect it's going to be a global release, like they do with most of these ones, and it will be going to Hulu in the United States. The Good Mothers is a multi-layered narrative that follows the shocking true story of 3 women who were born into the deadliest of the Italian mafia clans, and how they worked with a courageous female prosecutor to bring them down from the inside. The women must fight their own families for the right to survive and build a future for their children. Definitely going to be interesting to see how all this comes together. It's kind of like a collaboration between the UK and Italian teams. I think it should be fun to watch. So I'm definitely looking forward to watching this one when it drops on April the 5th. But let me know in the comments below. And finally, let's now talk about what's new on Disney Plus today. If you're in Canada, Australia or New Zealand, you've got a new episode of How I Met Your Father. It's also available on Hulu in the United States. No word yet on when that's going to be arriving here in Europe. But if you're watching the show, let me know in the comments below. Anyway guys, remember to go check us out over at What's On at disneyplus.com. Like, follow and subscribe, and I shall see you guys soon. Laters.